Homes unaffordable in 99 of nation for average American. I can't say that I'm surprised. I started my home search last year when rates were low. Compared to many areas like NYC and LA, Atlanta is cheaper. My plan was to look far outside of city limits to find a great deal. I was constantly outbid by cash buyers and investors. I even looked in rural areas with no luck. I decided to take a step back. And things have become exponentially worse. At the moment, I am still living with parents saving and paying off debt. It is very discouraging when you read the headlines about today's market. I am envious of the people who were able to buy before the pandemic. I truly believe that pre-COVID was the final time that many folks would be able to afford a home. Years of school and working to advance in my career sometimes feels like a waste of time. Is homeownership for the average American a thing of the past? Source. You know, one thing people are not talking about is how much higher it to replace a roof, AC unit, plumbing issues. It's like all the prices went straight up and they forgot about salaries stayed the same. I do feel for you very much. But I feel even worse for those that never had parents they could live with. They're paying through the nose for rent and will never be able to save up to buy a house. PI on the median home is at all-time highs as a percentage of median household income. That's the only stat that matters. And unlike discrete numbers 28 or 35 max, whatever, you can't quibble with it. How old are you? Home buying age seems to have pushed up further in age, just like marriage and having kids. At least for me, that's how the cards were dealt. First kid at 35. Married at 36. Second kid at 38. First home bought at 41. Try living in Boston. It's insane here. The good deals far from your metro aren't good deals either. Sure, they seem cheaper, but there's a reason for that. Also, consider they've ran up $40,200 as well in the last 3 years. Unaffordable is defined as spending over 28 of income. Hell, I'd love to spend less, but 35 of annual income toward housing is not unreasonable. People with 5-year adjustable rate mortgages resets coming are in rough shape. People who are turning in their leased cars are going to feel pains too. It will be death by 1,000 cuts. The economy is amazing. U.S. government. Unemployment is at an all-time low. U.S. government. Everything 3x expensive, and we all paid the same shit we used to be. I still can't wrap my head around how my parents afforded to take our family of 5 to Disney. Twice in 98 and 01. They were in their early 30s. Blue-collar jobs. We lived in a small apartment. My husband and I are living with them now. We're in our mid-30s with our 2 young kids. I'm in healthcare and he's an engineer. Making pretty decent money between the two of us, saving like crazy. No debt. And we can't afford to buy a home, let alone ever be able to go on a vacation like that now. Like, something is wrong. No? And I'm missing something? Lol. The only thing that is going to bring home prices down is liquidity problems in homeowners. I am not expecting a crash either. I have said this in other subs, but I do HVAC repair for a living, and right now we have had the slowest summer and fall on record, according to our company, and we worried about how the winter will look for us since we live in the desert and people are opting for window units and portables or just suffering. You're not wrong that second half of 2019 was a good year to buy. ATTOM defined unaffordable as someone who must devote more than 28 of their income toward paying for a particular home, factoring in a mortgage payment, homeowners insurance, and property taxes. The typical home priced today would require 35 of someone's annual wages. ATTOM said. 35 doesn't sound terrible. Add a second income and many people can buy a house. Especially with trade-offs in terms of commute. amenities, etc. Housing market stinks. Interest rates aren't helping, but choosing an extreme definition isn't going to help either. These are some strange times indeed. In the meanwhile, continue to save. Keep your savings in a HYSA to earn good interest. And don't lose hope. Yup, it's a shit show whether you're buying or renting. I bought my first home in 2007. By 2017, I was still down 25 when we sold. I'd like to believe the market will continue to climb, but I was basically a prisoner in my first house mortgage. No advice here. They say the system is more robust now. I would not put any money on that. There's no last time or final time. People said the same in 2008. Real estate and economy in general operates in wait till next cycle when rates drop. This is clickbait. ATTOM defined unaffordable as someone who must devote more than 28% of their income toward paying for a particular home. X200B. 28? Lol. What benefit do you get for posting this every couple of weeks? It's not going to change anything. I have 6 for sale near Cincinnati, reasonably priced. Estate settling. Altoona, Pennsylvania and Johnstown. You can't beat those prices. Some person on Zillow just bought a house for less than 10 grand for a 4-bedroom. It's wild to me that people are talking about 4 years ago like a golden age. As somebody who lived through that time, I can tell you that people were bitching then about how expensive it was and how much better it was 5 years before that because of the big run-up in prices. In 5-10 years they'll be saying people who bought now are the lucky ones and how can anybody afford it now? This is how it's been for as long as I've been an adult. Maybe there actually was a golden age of housing, but I've never personally seen it. I love how the government tries to gaslight everyone into thinking how amazing everything is with the economy when the reality is very grim. Meanwhile, I just lowered price on my house after 2 weeks on market and 0 offers even though it's in comp range and move-in ready. Woozy face. The average homebuyer is a current homeowner. 66% of buyers are not first-time, meaning they generally have a house to sell. These houses have massive equity. This means a big down payment or big cash cushion. Building back better. Huh? Are people blind to the whole Midwest, where there's thousands of homes under 200? Make investment properties illegal, period. No international owners. Your last statement and how many others feel the same helped fuel this bubble and previous ones like it. The Federal Reserve is currently trying to break that thinking by engineering a recession and a rise in unemployment, which will create forced selling and equities to go down. People who are strapped for cash will sell second homes. Investors who are over-leveraged or not cashing flowing will also dump properties. What goes up comes down. FOMO is a real thing. Just be patient and put your money into treasury bills and wait it out. The reality is we all overspend on stupid shit. Many could afford homes if they tried. Your statement is factual incorrect. Plenty of people can afford a home. It's crazy to hear that homes are unaffordable in 99% of the nation for the average American, but I'm still helping average American buyers buy homes. Can we build more homes yet?